you dealing with an emotional manipulator? Maybe you're having some issues with a narcissist, or maybe you have to co parent with someone who's an emotional manipulator, or maybe your mother just seems to guilt trip you into doing what she wants you to do, right? Every single time you talk to her. This could all be emotional manipulation, right? So let's take a closer look at how to deal with emotionally manipulative people. Emotional manipulation is awful, and people who do it are immature and selfish, and I want them nowhere near my energy, right? So, how do you deal with emotionally manipulative people? If you have to have them in your life for some reason, right? So, if they're like family members, or maybe your boss is like that, or you have to co parent with somebody like this, and you just can't like cut them completely out of your life, then let's look at some ways that you can deal with emotional manipulators. So, what is emotional manipulation? It's a way for someone to get what they want from you by appealing to your emotions, right? So, this is things like gaslighting, uh, guilt tripping, like blame shifting, denial, playing the victim, all these kind of narcissistic things that people use, or like exaggerated emotions, right? Like, imagine like a 4-year-old and that kind of stuff, like this big drama scene. That's emotional manipulation, at the end. So it's just all this drama is literally just to get you to react and to respond the way that they want you to, right? This is very low vibrational, and not everyone's trying to live in peace and love and harmony, right? So let's talk about how that you deal with these emotional manipulators when you have to in your life, okay? So the very first thing you want to do is set healthy boundaries. So if this person is in your life, like I said, and you have to deal with them, you go ahead and communicate your boundaries, right? Let them know what you will and won't accept, and that you're just not going to be like manipulated anymore, okay? And then you have to stick to these boundaries, right? Lots of people will set boundaries and then they get a response and then they don't stick to it. They just cave in. You cannot do that. You have to stick to your boundaries. And this may mean that you limit your conversations with these people. Maybe you cut them off, cut contact completely altogether. Like, for some reason, you have to keep them in your life. So, like, you can use like strictly business, professional type communication, right? Don't give in to their small talk, because then they're just trying to get in your head and get you to feel more interested in talking to them so that they can do some more emotional manipulation, right? It's a cycle. So, second, you want to become assertive, not aggressive, assertive. There's a difference. Okay, so just learn to stand your ground and don't back up, right? Stand up for yourself. Don't let someone play the victim. If they try that crap, call them out really quick. Learn how to say no and be mindful of what you say. Keep the conversation small and don't give up a lot of information about yourself, right? Because anything that you let slip about yourself, an emotional manipulator is going to use against you if they can. So keep the conversations business, professional. Like, don't even let them know what you made for dinner last night, right? Because this is how that's going to go. So you let them know what you made. You say you made lasagna, and they'll be like, "Oh man, I love lasagna. Man, don't you miss when we had fun that night? You made lasagna the last time. Oh, precious memories. I really miss that." No. If you look back, they probably weren't precious memories at all. There was probably a big fight. There was lasagna on the wall. Don't let them take you down that hole. The night was probably horrible, and you know that at the bottom, okay? So don't let them try to manipulate you into thinking that it was wonderful memories. Chances are it's not. So for the next thing you want to do, you want to bring in a third party, okay? So anytime that you have to have contact with an emotional manipulator, it's good to bring a third party. I don't really care who it is, unless it's someone that they have used before to get them on your side, right? Like, they've used this third party to get to agree with them, and then they're both attacking you, kind of thing. So if they've been able to manipulate this third party, don't bring them. Bring a different one, okay? But you want one that's not going to fall victim to their words, right? This way you have someone who is a witness, and they will be less likely to manipulate you if there's someone else there to see it and hear it and hopefully not get involved themselves, right? So fourth, you want to stay cool, calm, and collected, right? Chill. I repeat this again. Do not get angry, okay? Because if you get angry, they've already won. That's one of the reactions that they're looking for, right? If you have to be around this type of person that is emotionally manipulative, the best thing you do is stay as cool as a cucumber, baby, because they want a reaction out of you, okay? And they want you to get all riled up, maybe feel sorry for them, whatever it is, but you want to stay cool, calm, collected, right? It's going to be really hard for them to get their way and to get under your skin. It's really bad, right? If you don't let it show, okay? So, honey, stay calm. And you can yell about it later when you get home up against the wall or something. Yell into a pillow. It doesn't matter. But in front of them, stay chill. Do not let them see a bit of your tension. Okay? And 5, we want to call them out. Okay? This one is tricky because when you call them out, when you notice that they're doing one of their tactics, right? Like gaslighting or whatever, because they may be like, what? And deny it and throw it back at you, right? So you could be like, I know you're trying to gaslight, and that's just not going to work today. But don't let them get you upset or emotional when you say this, right? Just say it really cool, calm, collect. Look them in the eye, call them out, and be like, I know what you're trying to do, and that's just not going to work today. Okay, thanks, bye. This is a great way for them to figure out like a different path to go. And when they know that you're onto them, they may not even try anything further, right? They may just give up on their manipulation tactics for the day. But of course, they may come back with something, right? I don't know what you're talking about. You're so crazy. I'm not gaslighting you. I'm not doing anything to you. You're the one gaslighting me, right? I'm sure you've heard that. So it's always going to get put back on you, baby, right? Because that's just how it goes with these type of people. But, I mean, they can even be caught on camera, right? And they're still going like, that wasn't me, that was her. That was him. Didn't do it. I don't know who that person is. It's not me. Or they made me do that. Or, anything ridiculous. I only acted like that because of the way you act. I only smacked you in the mouth because you were running it. Stuff like that. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so what you want to do now is stay emotionally neutral, calm, and be like, okay. Short, cool answers. Give them 0 emotions, okay? And the best way to put a manipulator in their place is to set boundaries, right? I am telling you, cut ties, man, cut ties. Delete social media accounts, change your number, do whatever it takes because they have no power over you if they cannot reach you or they cannot contact you. And if you have to be in their lives, business only, okay? Cool, man. It's all gravy, baby. Like Pete the Cat, it's all groovy. That's how you need to stay, okay? So if you found this video interesting or like you learned something, please hit the like or subscribe button for me to help the algorithm to share my contact with other people who may be needing to deal with emotional manipulators too, right? And don't forget to join my free Uncensored Telegram channel. The link for that is in the description below.